The sustainable blue economy.
Coming to the continent for the first time, there was no better place to host it than Nairobi, Kenya. Delegates from across the world, all brought together by one cause, Sustainable Blue Economy Conference, speaking in one accord, sustainable practices.
The Nairobi Statement of
Foreign Affairs Cabinet Secretary Ambassador Monica Juma has been headlining the news lately, but for all the right reasons. Her docket a few weeks ago saw the successful launch of the Kenya Airways direct flight to New York. Today, she added another feather to her already decorated hat with the kickoff of the Sustainable Blue Economy Conference. The conference brings together leaders from all over the world with one common purpose: exploitation of the world's waters responsibly. As the cabinet secretary in charge, it was only fitting that she gets the tone of the conference. During her address, Ambassador Monica Juma said that for a long time, Kenya has depended on land. However, the results have been far less than desirable, and the conference wouldn't have come at a better time.
For years, our development has primarily been driven by land-based resources. Obviously, this has not fully delivered the desired development goals. Inspired by the need to accelerate the achievement of the SDGs and called upon by our President Uhuru Kenyatta to respond, Kenya, Canada, and Japan decided to host this conference. We are grateful for this partnership, and to those who joined us as co-sponsors or participants, we also extend our gratitude. Excellencies, our oceans.
Ambassador Juma went on to say that the blue economy bears great economic potential that Kenya could tap into, which would in the long run benefit the people of Kenya.
Excellencies, our oceans, seas, lakes, and rivers are natural capital that we can tap into in order to accelerate economic growth, in order to create jobs, and to fight against poverty. They also provide an avenue for addressing challenges such as climate change, pollution, and ecological degradation. Therefore, over the next 3 days, we shall have strategic engagements on the promotion of production and conservation sides of these resources.
Of dealing with pollution.
With the environment at the core of the blue economy, it was only befitting for Kenya to state her stand on environmental matters. This obligation lay on the shoulders of Cabinet Secretary Environment Keriako Tobiko. He pointed out that population growth has increased human demand and terming it important to protect the environment through sustainable practices to attain a balance in the ecosystem.
Sustainable economic activities and conservation of the environment are mutually reinforcing. As the world population grows towards the 9 billion mark by 2050, the demand for resources is also increasing exponentially. All nations have no choice but to think of new and innovative approaches that can meet the soaring demands for human needs, including food, shelter, and healthcare. This conference is about how we protect the environment and how we maintain viable ecosystems. Waste management, pollution control, as well as the fight against climate change are at the core of these efforts. As the ministry responsible for the stewardship of environment, forestry, climate change, and meteorological services in Kenya, we are committed to providing the leadership needed to ensure that conservation positively reinforces economic growth and development. We have taken bold decisions to ban single-use plastic carry bags and instituted strict extended producer responsibility for PET bottles. An illustration of this positive reinforcement of conservation and blue carbon economic activities is evident along our coastline, where communities have come together to plant mangroves, exploit seaweed farming, develop greater open sea fishing capabilities, and enjoy the benefits of seaside tourism. Some of these communities are benefiting from the sale of value-added seaweed products, while others, like Mikoko Pamoja, are benefiting from carbon credit.
Blue Economy.
The stage has been set and the agenda of the conference placed on the table. All that remains is for leaders present to state their positions on the matter. Reporting for Brand Plus TV, I'm Ondero Oganga.
The inclusive